Now, some other local stories we're following for you on this Tuesday night. New Bedford's police chief is ready to retire after 32 years on the job.
ABC 6 News anchor Alyssa Azara sat down with him for an exit interview.
New Bedford Police Chief Paul Oliveira says it's time to retire.
I came out of the academy with 29 officers, and there's only 3 of us left. So that's kind of a sign it's time for me to go too.
May will mark 4 years as chief for Oliveira. He's been with the department for 32 years, and as you may imagine, he's seen a change or two throughout his career.
Policing's changed more in the last 5 years than probably any time in the course of my career.
COVID-19 and Black Lives Matter protests led to a smaller police force across the nation and locally, challenging officers like never before.
The profession got exposed in many ways where we were, told to do things better.
Around 2020, the department was bleeding officers, making it difficult at times to provide the same services. But now Oliveira says he's proud to see staffing in a much better place.
We have 14 officers in the recruits in the academy now.
Body cameras are also something Oliveira sees as an accomplishment. Those were implemented in September of last year.
I'm not going to sit here and tell you we were progressive to get them last year, by no means. But I am proud that I was able to get that through the finish line.
He says body cameras have helped build trust with the community, something that's been a focus of his. For example, building trust with Central American residents. As chief, he's assigned 3 officers to work with that population specifically.
It was really just letting them be heard and what their concerns were and their questions were.
Of course, with any top job comes obstacles. On July 17th, 2023, one of the department's detectives, LeVar Gilbert, was working undercover when he was shot, a chief's worst nightmare.
I recall that night vividly, showing up at St. Luke's and kind of, trenching myself with him and his family, and then realizing, well, wait a minute, then people were looking at me like, what next, and then being able to kind of wrap your head around it and say, okay, yeah, we have work to do.
Gilbert is okay, and the department made an arrest later that month. As Oliveira looks back on his career, he's confident good things are ahead.
I hope and I do believe that I'm leaving the department better than where I found it, and I'm also leaving it in a good place for someone, whoever my successor is, to carry the torch and continue to serve the community.
The chief's last day is May 3rd. There's no word yet on who may fill his position. In New Bedford, Alyssa Azara, ABC 6 News.